Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and today I will talk to you how to enable UCP payments in Google Merchant Center. This is not publicly known on the Google Merchant Center specifications, but it is in the developer logs for the Content API. So merchants that don't use the technical side of setting up data feeds don't know how to enable it because the documentation has not been released yet, but I figured out how to do it and it was quite easy to do. So first let's talk about what is UCP. So the Universal Commercial Protocol is a new open standard driven by Google and industry partners announced in January 2026. The purpose is to enable AI agents to directly complete purchases. The AI moves from providing recommendations to buying products for users. So the key function, it is a standard machine readable language. It allows AI to communicate with retailer systems for discovery, inventory checks, checkout, and payments. This does not require custom integration for each store. And the benefit is that it enables the agentic shopping experience. The AI handles the entire journey while retailers retain ownership of customer data. So within Shopify, if you haven't already, there is a new option that allows you to enable UCP. If you don't see it yet, just wait a little bit. I'm assuming that it will be launched periodically throughout more and more merchants. However, you can already prepare your Google Merchant Center data feed if you have it enabled. And to do that, I will show you how to do it in a supplemental feed because that is how I can do it. But you can also use it using feed rules if you like. It doesn't really matter. But I don't believe the feed rules are enabled yet for that specific attribute. So you need to add it through a supplemental feed because you can always add all the attributes. So within our supplemental feed, and this is my special shopping feed that I improve data based on lots of different data points and create a dashboard and etc. So this is for internal use only to improve the customer data. So what I've done is just added the word native commerce with a space. You can also add an underscore if you want, but whatever you do, if you're having words like, for example, size system and product type over here, I've added a space and not an underscore. But if you prefer to use underscore, that is fine, but make sure that every single attribute follows the same concept. So make sure that you then always use space or always use underscore. And all you do is add a boolean, so either a 0 or a 1. And then that will allow you to tell Google that you are ready for that specific product to accept UCP. So how I tested if it already works in Google Merchant Center is by refreshing the update. So I just clicked on update. Yes, this says the 18th because this is based on US account, not here in Thailand, which is already the 19th, but I've tested it today. So when we refresh, we will see if it's rejected, if it's here. So for unrecognized attributes. This is not an error, this is absolutely fine, but this is something that I use for internal setups. Or for example, like here, for example, lifestyle image link is old. So this is just an old reference to where the image link is located. And we can see there's no issue, and we can see there's also no needs attention area as well. So that tells us that the attribute native commerce is supported directly already. Let's have a look if we can actually add feed rules, but I don't believe so. So let's go to data sources. We want to click on our feed, go to attribute rules, add one, and let's say native. No, it's not added yet. So you can't add it using feed rules. And that's why I mentioned, because it's still early stages, I recommend that you add it through a Google Sheet because that's the only way, or you add it in the primary feed if you have the option to add custom attributes. Most applications do. For example, with multi-feeds, you can actually add your own attributes without any issues. Let's say you want to say what a top performer is, but not use not use the custom labels, then you can just use the word top performer in the attribute as the name. So that's not an issue. It just means that it cannot be processed as a native value, but you can use feed rules to then make changes, which is very, very cool. So that's it. Just add the word native underscore commerce or native space commerce, and then with a value 1 or 0 to enable it. But make sure that you already support UCP in your e-commerce platform. So for Shopify, check your settings. For other platforms, contact the e-commerce platform if you don't know how to enable it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment downstairs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.